Today what I want to talk to you about is how we feel. Hi, Evie. Is how us moms feel about our bodies after we have a baby. Now, some of us tend to not feel as confident anymore. We're self-conscious about how our tummies look. Some moms tell me that they don't feel comfortable in their clothes anymore, all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. And it's unfortunate that we do feel this way, that we're so self-conscious about how our bodies look after having a baby. But and I think a lot of information out there right now is just trying to tell us that we should focus on what our body can do, that we grew these amazing babies and we created life and all of that stuff. But that's not addressing our feelings about how our bodies look after having a baby and how we feel about that, right? So sorry, kids are distracting me a little bit. Losing my train of thought. So anyway, what I wanted to say is I just wanted to open up the conversation and say that I'm with you. I totally understand how you feel, and I want people to feel open to talking to me about that. I want you to also know that there is stuff that you can do to restore not just the function of your core and your body after having a baby, but you can also you can also tighten the muscles.
How do you run out of the paint, Evie?
Sorry guys, can you go play over there a little bit? You can, Carrie, you can go beside Evie here if you want, but just be a little bit quieter, please. Sorry. Yeah, so you can work on tightening the muscles as well. Sorry, what did I want to talk about now? I didn't have time to make notes this morning. I'm just kind of going on the fly, so I might forget some things. Anyway, so what I just want to talk briefly about is how our core system works synergistically, right? So our diaphragm and pelvic floor relax and contract together as we breathe. That requires us to, and in order to have a proper breathing pattern, we have to have our rib cage aligned over our hips so that we can get that good breathing pattern. Can you just
I'm thirsty.
Okay, you can go get a drink. So yeah, we can get that proper breathing pattern going, and getting that proper breathing pattern going also helps to contract our lower abdominals, which is or our deep core, our transverse abdominis. Also, you can think of it as the corset. So those are the muscles that actually pull your waistline in. So when all of that stuff is working together, then the muscles can start to heal. So I'm going to just give you a couple of quick cues that you can start paying attention to, that will help your posture. So what I want you to do is just throughout your day, anytime you're standing, if you've been sitting down for a long time and then you stand up, or if you're standing up doing something, doing some chores or whatever, I want you to check in with your posture and then get yourself realigned. So a couple of cues here. You can ground. I know you can't see my feet, but you can ground through your feet. If you think of your foot as a tripod.
Hey, you took mine.
Anyway, 3 points on your foot. Ground through your feet, pushing evenly through those 3 points, and then lift your hip bones up. So think about having a couple of pieces of string pulling you up from your hip bones. Then, I'm going to see if you can see this. If you think about pulling your head up from the crown of your head, like as though you have a ponytail. So if you have a ponytail, you can actually grab your ponytail and lift it. And if you see what happens with my posture, my chin tucks in a little bit. Now my shoulders, my rib cage, and hips and pelvis are all aligned. So that's what good optimal posture looks like. And that's what's going to allow you to have that great breathing pattern that's going to engage your deep core and work on tightening those muscles. Now, what I want you to notice too is if you are, just before you check in with your posture, notice how your stomach looks, and then look in the mirror after. So if you have like a poochy tummy, right? I don't really like to use that term, but I know that's the term that a lot of moms tend to use. What's going to happen is once you fix your posture, your muscles are going to tighten up and your tummy is going to have a flatter appearance. So that's just what I wanted to talk about today.